Nets Nation, it's your boy AJ back again. It's Nets Kingdom. Hashtag we go hard. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. You know what to do. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking Nets news. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My IG got deleted. IG was hating. So follow me on Instagram at NetsKingdom711_. And I'm on Twitter, NetsKingdomAJ. And on TikTok, you guys know what it is. So, Nets Nation, just another off-season update. I know the topic of the video is should the Brooklyn Nets re-sign Nick Claxton, but I'm gonna go through a couple little nuggets of news that we've gotten. Not a lot of news, but a little couple nuggets of news that we've gotten today, course of this week. Now, we know Sean Marks and Steve Nash have been in Chicago this week for the NBA Draft Combine. The draft lottery, we saw the draft lottery on Tuesday. No word yet on whether they will keep the Nets pick in the 2022 draft or move it forward. We have until June 1st. Now, not a lot of Nets free agency or trade rumors, but we did see Adam Zagoria, the reporter from New York, tweet Saturday he saw Marks talking with Lakers GM Rob Pelinka at the Marriott Marquise in Chicago Friday. Could be anything, as Adam Zagoria noted, including a possible conversation about Kenny Atkinson, who is now Warriors assistant and one of the finalists for the Lakers head coaching gig. Anything is possible. So I know everybody freaked out when they saw the news of Sean Marks and Rob Pelinka together at I guess it was a Marriott. I think Nets Nation kind of blowing it over, like, oh my God, LeBron's coming and we're gonna get Russ, and yeah, like, people just gotta relax. I think they're just probably talking about either news. It could have been about Coach Kenny. It could have been about a lot of things, but I don't see us doing a trade with the Lakers this season. So I think it's just a little bit overhyped. Like, people gotta understand this is Chicago. GMs are gonna talk. You know, are we gonna say the same thing if Sean Marks is talking to another GM? Like, GMs are gonna talk. They're gonna talk about deals. They're gonna talk about what's going on around the league. So that's Twitter. Everybody got to just calm down. LeBron's not coming here. Now, the next news is James Borrego. Nets Daily put out a report about James Borrego as an assistant. As you guys know, if you guys saw my last video, we fired our assistant coaching staff. So James Borrego, Nets Daily put out that he could be a possible target for him to be an assistant for Steve Nash. He was, if you guys don't know, he was dumped by the Hornets after posting a winning record, 43-29, one game worse than the Nets, but not finding the playoffs. Borrego and Sean Marks have overlapped twice in San Antonio, so they know each other. When Marks was a player and when James Borrego was on the staff, Marks was an assistant GM and Borrego was an assistant coach. So these guys have history. That's why it's a definitely possible target of James Borrego being an assistant coach. And Borrego also served as Jacques Vaughn's assistant in Orlando and took over for him when Magic ownership dumped Vaughn early in 2015. Now, let's get to the news about Nick Claxton. Now, before I get to this news about Nick Claxton, I want you guys to watch this Bobby Marks film that he said about possibly signing Nick. And if we have to sign Nick and Bruce, we could possibly end up with a $330 million luxury tax.
If you bring back Claxton, Brown, use your tax mid-level, and maybe use one of your trade exceptions, you've got a bunch of them, you're going to have a $330 million payroll with salary and luxury tax. Like, you're approaching Warriors territory, and Golden State's in a repeater tax. That's why their penalty is so high. It might be the largest in NBA history here. So
that is a lot of money. Like, if we re-sign Nick and Bruce, our luxury tax could go to $335 million. And that's not even saying, like, if we have to pay them a lot of money, you know, and that is an expensive luxury tax. And I know a lot of people in Twitter world and NBA world think, oh, money doesn't matter. Like, no. That's not how it works. This is not 2K where money just floats out the window. It don't matter. Like, that is a lot of money. Owners tend to stay away from luxury tax. If we go all the way up to 350 or whatever million, we could possibly have the highest paid team in the league, higher than the Warriors. So that's very interesting to look out. Now, about Nick Claxton, the news that broke, a veteran NBA writer called Sean Deveney for Hoopshype reported that Nick Claxton wants a 3-year, $35 million deal. Now, let me read what it says here. It says, at 23 years old, with an abundance of raw talent, any team would be glad to have Claxton as their center for the future. But one Eastern Conference general manager says that the Nets are prepared to match any offers that the young center may receive from other teams this summer. He's not going to get more than a mid-level offer from a team like Charlotte or Chicago, and if that's the case, they're comfortable with matching it. Also, Sean Deveney says the Nets think the risk is low. They are not sold on him as the big guy of the future, but at that number, they keep him around and they know they can move him in a deal next summer if they have something better in mind. So very interesting. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter say that Nick Claxton getting 11, I think it would be 11.5 every year. People think that's an overpay. I know people are screaming, oh, the free throws. Yes, we all know Nick Claxton has to make free throws. He's got to get better at that. But he's still 23 years old, 6'11". It can guard 1 through 5. I know people want to battle against Bruce Brown and Nick Claxton if we had to choose one, because people are saying Bruce Brown could be worth $14 to $18 million a year. Like his value could be at that moment, but he's an unrestricted free agent. Nick Claxton is a restricted, so we have to match people who offer Nick. But Bruce could walk if a team offers him the bag, And we've seen Bruce go to the Liberty game. We've seen him with Clara Sy. We've seen him with the owners. Like, he seems to love it in Brooklyn. So I expect Bruce to want to stay here. But if the money is not right, I won't be mad or I won't be surprised if Bruce decides to go somewhere else, And in this report by Sean Deveney, he covers the NBA, he said the Boston Celtics could make a run for him this offseason, and losing him would be a big blow to the Nets. For starters, Brown grew up a Celtics fan. Bruce Brown is from Boston. He's from Boston. You guys know how much love Bruce loves Boston. He was wearing Boston shirts every. You would see Bruce's game day fits, and he would wear Boston shirts. He talks about Boston all the time. Now, Boston can't pay him like we can pay him, but if Bruce wants to leave and play for his hometown, he could do that because he's an unrestricted free agent. Now, you get into the battle of, Nick Claxton versus Bruce. To me, I'd rather lose Bruce than Nick Claxton, because I don't think people understand how hard it is to find a 6'11" freak athlete that can guard 1 through 5 at 23 years old. That is a walking unicorn, People don't understand that this league is getting taller. We need height, and he is the more valuable asset to me. I want to keep Bruce and I want to keep Claxton, but if I had to choose, I'm keeping Claxton. The free throw thing, what's everybody saying? The free throw thing. Okay, he can't make, he shot 58% from the line this season, and he missed free throws in a game 4 that we were already about to get swept. We were already down bad. It's not like Claxton's free throws were going to save our season. We were already done for. We were done for. If we're relying on Claxton's free throws to save us during the playoffs, then something is wrong with this team. Something is wrong with this team. I'm not relying on KD and Kyrie. I'm relying on Claxton's free throws. So that's why I'm confused about everybody's argument about Claxton's free throws. I know he has to get better at the free throws. That will come over time. He's 23 years old. He's only been in the league for 3 years. So that's going to come with time. He's going to get better. He can get better at free throws. But the fact that people are like, we're going to be relying on Claxton's free throws to win games in the playoffs, it's like, that's not where I want to be. I don't want to have to rely on our sophomore, junior center to win games in the playoffs. I want to rely on KD, Kyrie, and the stars to do well, and our team as a whole to get wins in the playoffs. But again, with this Bruce Brown, let me know in the comments, would you guys rather choose Clax, or would you rather choose Bruce Brown to pay? It seems like Clax won 11.5 a year, and it seems that Bruce Brown could pull maybe like 14 to 18. To me, Bruce is worth at least 8 to 9 to 10, 8, 9, 10 in that range. And I'm okay with playing Clax 11 because of how, like I said, he's 23, he's 6'11", he can guard 1 through 5. I can't find that anywhere else. I can't walk on the free agency and find a 6'11" switchable big. And you guys know how important switchable bigs are in this league. So you guys let me know. You guys let me know. Do you guys choosing Bruce or are you guys choosing Clax? Me, I'm choosing Clax. And if Bruce wants to take a pay cut or take not a pay cut, but a family Nets deal because he loves us so much, then I would love to keep Bruce. I would love to keep Bruce at a cool $8 to $10 million range. I would love to keep Bruce. But that is all depending if Joe Tsai wants to spend the bag. Does he want to drop the bag, y'all? Because if he wants to, like I said, $330 million, your roster is literally almost a quarter of a billion dollars in a roster that got swept. So just think about that. You're an owner, you're a billionaire, right? You're losing money each year. You lost a lot of money this year, and then you're gonna drop the bag on Kyrie, drop the bag on Clax, and drop the bag on Bruce, and your team's gonna be worth at least almost half a billion. I'm not half, yeah. Like, come on, like. That is a lot of money, y'all. I know people think this is 2K and you don't spend and this money don't matter, but trust me, these owners are looking at these numbers and are like, I can't do this. So it really depends on Joe Tsai. Do you guys think Joe Tsai will will drop the bag? Do you guys think he'll drop the bag? Let me know in the comments. Are you guys going to re-sign Clax, or you guys want to sign and trade Clax? Do you guys want to re-sign Bruce and then maybe sign and trade Clax? Do you want to trade Clax? Do you want to sign both of these guys and trade them in the future? Let me know in the comments, you guys. Let me know in the comments. But make sure you guys hit that like button. It's your boy AJ. It's Nest Kingdom. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm out.